our eye on Thailand now, and we have a guest to talk about some serious issues facing the country.
As you say, we are here to discuss some really important news, and that is the tackling the issue of poverty here in Thailand. In the 1970s, this was a country that was really facing a dire situation. The growth of population was unsustainable, and the poverty rate was increasingly high. Now, there was one man who had an incredible vision for his country. He knew that if this continued, that this would ruin his country. So he made it his life's work to not only address the problem, but to improve the lives of his people. Now, just to give you a bit of a background as to what he did, he travelled the country and went to rural areas and got the message of contraception out there in a rather humorous, unorthodox and rather innovative way. He told people that they needed to use condoms, and so he became known as the Condom Man. The population growth went from 3% in 1974 to 0.5% in 2003. So, Pauline, you can imagine what that did to the poverty rate in this country. Really helped reduce it. So joining me now is Mechai Viravaidya. He is a social entrepreneur and the man who has dedicated his life to the country's poor. How do you feel when you know what you have done for your country?
Well, I'm happy that it didn't fail. I have some Scottish blood in me, and the Scots have always told you, don't be too happy with yourself. Luckily, it didn't fail, and keep on going.
It was a huge problem that was facing this country. Obviously, that is something that just creates and continues a cycle of poverty when families are having more and more children.
Well, the first action that one must take in trying to get rid of poverty is that you'll find it goes in parallel with poverty and large numbers of children. So the first one is to stop children dying, so the mothers can then say, well, all my children will survive, I'll reduce the numbers. And you start with that, and then family planning, and then they can help to take care. Now, it's an interesting comparison. Thailand and the Philippines had 36 million about 40 years ago. Today, we're 63, they're 96. Huge difference. It's because of family planning.
And what are the poverty rates like in Thailand at the moment?
Well, we have about 60 million people, 60 plus, and we have about 6 million living either below or close to the poverty line of about $2 a day. And those are the people, in fact, poor people are business people. They're doing things to try and make a profit, but they don't succeed because they lack business skills and access to credit. So those are the two things we have to help to do it. And who has business skills? Not government, but the business community. So we have programs that we go to the business communities and say, look, we would like you to partner with a poor village, a poor community, and help them to get out of poverty. And so it's sustainable. You don't have to help them forever. Just help them to get started. You
speak about business people. Well, you have attracted the attention of some very important business people in this world, being Bill and Melinda Gates. They've become friends of yours. They back your program. You have won, I think, the Bill and Melinda Gates award. Tell us, what does it mean to have that kind of support?
Embarrassing. I don't think we deserve all the praise that is given. If you're really honest, you know that. You're not worth all of that, but it's nice to have it. But you must recognize that it was achieved because of so many people help you. And probably the most important group are those that we often think of as causing the problem. So when we have women causing all the pregnancies, they're the ones who help to do it. So now what we would like to do here is we have a school where people pay school fees in community service and plant trees. And we want to have a special section for pregnant schoolgirls because they get thrown out of schools. And they're no different to my mother. The only difference was timing. So why should they suffer so much? So we're going to do this. And we're also starting a company called Equality for All. And we're going to go to the stock market and buy the minimum number of shares and get the companies to say why they're not doing enough for gender equality. So
Mechai, very quickly, what is your vision for this country moving forward?
I would like everyone to be able to say that we are equal and the rich are no different from the poor, but they just have more wealth and we have maybe more heart.
we certainly commend you on the work that you are doing. You have improved the lives of your fellow Thais, and it's a great pleasure and privilege to meet you. Mechai Viravaidya, thank you very much. So, Pauline, this is a country that has people like Mechai making it certainly a better place, and it means that the lives of those people living in poverty, you know, they can only know that that there are people out there helping them to make sure that their future is much brighter.
Yes, and the numbers speak for themselves, and he's doing such great work, such a humble man who's doing really wonderful work out there. Thank you very much, Anna, and we will see you again later in the newscast with more with our Eye on Thailand.